Hey guys, Hook to Clash here. Electro Titans are the newest troop in Clash of Clans, and they're pretty hard to use, but one army comp that seems to excel with them is the Blizzard version of it. So you Blizzard, then do the Titan Smash with healers on the back end, and you kind of overrun the base, because the Titans don't need that many spells. But the real question is this army stronger with or without the recall spell? And today we have Syak coming on. He's doing 2 accounts, and on one account, this account, he's going to be using the recall spell, as we've already seen him use it on the Warden. And on the other account, he's not going to be using the recall spell. So hopefully by the end of today, we get an idea of how valuable this recall spell actually is. Now, not much the recall spell can do when the Warden Blimp fails. We ran into the Tornado Trap. That's really the only thing that can stop the Warden Blimp. And we didn't actually get that much value from it. But I think this actually opens up a great question for us, right? Is recalling the Warden helpful for when we fail a Blizzard? Because obviously, this Warden's actually going to be helpful. We still got to get the Town Hall, and hopefully the additional hit points he brings to these E-Titans helps out. So we got the King and the Witches on the bottom side, setting a funnel. Now, unfortunately, the ground bow's on our Queen, which means the healers are very unlikely to switch to the Titans. Now, notice the spell comp, by the way. We have no rage spells. That's what the recall spell's in place of, a rage. And the reason we're not bringing rage is because we need these freezes, because look how hard the monolith hits. But the Warden's just gone down. The Warden just went down. So 2 spells to keep the Warden alive, only for him to die 5 minutes later. Well, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was like 30 seconds later. Not really worth it, is it? RC gets targeted by the single. We've already used all our freezes with the main push, and unfortunately, he does not have Diggy on this account. This is his non-gemmed account. I believe he's got the pets on his other account. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, look at that. So the recall spell. Look, it would have been better, obviously, if we got the Town Hall down with the Blizz. That was the plan. But you saw a version of the recall spell here where it didn't do a whole lot. And look at this. This raid has completely fizzled out. So we are going to jump into the next attack. It's going to be without the recall spell. Let's see if he has a bit more success. Okay, here we come into the next attack. Oh, we're just going to catch it. On the right-hand side, the Blizzard is already in. There we go. And we have found the Tornado by the... No, the Super Wizards are just chilling, taking their time. It is so hard to tell what's your rage spell and what's not the rage spells at the moment. Like, it is kind of annoying. Super Wizards beat through the wall to kill the King. Then I get a really good chain there. Now, we would have probably wanted to do more damage to the air heroes. That is a good outcome. And think about it, right? So obviously, no recall in this army. Did we need the recall for that? Nope. We got insane value for the Blizzard, and there was no point in the recall spell. Now look at our spell comp. We have a rage spell, and look at the value this rage spell is going to get. Look at it. So we should get a nice healer swap here. Beautiful. Healers going into the core of the base. We freeze. The freezes are still really important with this army. Obviously, you know, you would like to have more rages, but the freezes do work. And look at that raged Warden ability. The Electro Titans crushing the core of the base. It's gone. It's actually gone. The core has just melted right before our eyes. The King and the Witches on the top side doing a good job. That single Inferno over there is going to be an issue, but we will deploy our RC. I believe she is deployed, but let's focus on the bottom side here, because this is the main Titan push. Queen ability goes off, gets the scatter. E-Titans are still beating on the wall. We finally have a look at the left side here, but like, there was no need. RC still got her ability. Now, he is bringing a few hogs with this just to clear up back-end defenses. I don't mind it. We've got 320 troop space at Town Hall 15. You can afford a bit of troop space to be used on just like a couple of hogs. RC ability actually hits the defensive RC. I love when that happens. The Headhunter leaves the RC on 1 health. No way, but that's fine. 2 swag freeze spells. You'll see them used on the grass there. Nicely done there from Syak. The recall spell is just not required with this army. A super teaser here. Pretty good for Blizzard attacks. However, do you want to land on a bomb tower? Well, it looks like Syak's about to do it here. Let's see what he does to negate the bomb tower. I'm going to tell you, he does absolutely nothing, because look at this. Super Wizards no longer die to the Giant Bomb. If you're using maxed out Super Wizards, The old level giant bomb from Town Hall 14 does not do enough. You need to upgrade your bomb towers to negate that. But, as you can tell, it did do a lot of damage to the Super Wizards. They touch another giant bomb, and they go down. So we clear out a nice little part of base here. Now, I'm a little interested about this Warden Walk he's going for. It's a weird area to set. Normally you Warden Walk on like a flank and then go in. Because as you can tell, the buildings he's getting rid of here, it's buildings in like this area where we want those funnel buildings for our troops to go in. So rather than funneling out the flanks, as you can tell my squiggles on the side there, we've actually funneled out the middle part. Now, Syak's going to make it work here, but it's something to note. Generally, you don't Warden Walk in front of your entry. Now, we freeze the single. That is a reason you bring singles with freezes with this army composition instead of rages, because the Titans have so much health, you can't afford them to just go down to a single Inferno. And look at this, we should get a healer swap. There we go. And the rage will not be going down, because we have the recall spell. I was expecting the rage for a second, but I realized he's got the recall spell. What do you use the recall spell on in this army? He blizzarded and he did not need the recall spell for the blizzard, right? Like, you could technically bring the Super Wizards back, but they died to a giant bomb. You wouldn't have been able to get the recall down quickly enough. Imagine if we had a rage in the core of this base. These healers would have kept more of our E-Titans alive. You could even use it now if you wanted on the Queen, and should be able to Queen charge the rest of the base. So, like, the recall spell, it has its purposes at time, but I often find that it just forces you to have something else to worry about, and there's already so much to worry about at Town Hall 15. As you can tell, we've just lost all our healers. We probably should have popped our RC ability to take down that air defense, because look at this, we are running out of base, and we've still got a recall spell. What would you use the recall spell? You've got 3 seconds to decide what do you use it on. Because have a look what Syak does here. We were going to take down the most valuable defense left on the base. The Expo was the only defense that could defend, and then we send our heroes straight away from it, so it keeps doing damage, and then into more skellies. We wall break. The Headhunter just takes down. There's 17 seconds left. There's no way. Has he thrown? If there's another skeleton trap, this is a throw. Archer to tank. We will get it down. But as you can tell there, the recall spell actually made this attack less likely to triple. Okay, we got a box space here. Obviously, no recall. Wait a second. That's a Warden ability. So we're not going to be able to recall this Warden, and that ground bow is locked on. We'll look at the Blizzard for now. Oh, this is going to be the ultimate test right here. This would be the nail in the coffin if a triple happens here, right? Because we've seen the recall spell not be that useful, because the Warden's just not as useful without his Warden ability today. Now, if this attack triples without a Warden, then what's the point with the recall spell? Uh-oh. Anyone else worried about the healers? Look at this. E-Titan, is it in range of the healers? Oh my word, that's so lucky. Oh well, I guess we'll just spam all of our E-Titans on the one tile. Gonna use our king on the bottom, so the E-Titans should path in nicely. One thing I do like about the E-Titans, they're pretty good pathing. I haven't seen anyone complain about their pathing. Obviously, like, the other smash troop that you really see strong at the moment is the Super Bowler, and plenty of people have problems with the pathing of the Super Bowler. Like, that guy's AI is wonky as, but the E-Titans seem to have pretty good pathing, as a lot of melee troops do, to be fair. So that's just one thing less you have to complain about. Now, we've got a Queen in the core. This is looking really messy. Will the Queen wrap around? Perfect! Queen wraps around. We freeze for the King, but the King died. Uh-oh. Our Titans actually just went outside the base. That's not what you want. But what's really good about this attack is the Blizzard cleared a whole chunk, and we're just going in an entire circle around the base at this point. We freeze again. I'm not sure that freeze was worth it for the Queen. You may as well just pop the ability at this point. It's all going down all over the base. Could have we sent the RC from the top of the screen now to tank for the Queen? Nah, no point. No point, but, like, Queen gutted out a fair bit of the core. Got another single Inferno down. That's huge. We've got a wall break. We still have 3 Titans up in a rage. We have the RC coming in to help. I mean, do these Titans even need the Warden? So, like, the Warden's obviously really nice for Lalo attacks. Also, just notice that the ground skellies just got wrecked. The Warden's obviously really nice for Lalo attacks because balloons are not that tanky. So they need the extra... I think the Warden will give, like, 600 hit points, something like that. But Titans have 8,000 hit points. So even if they get, an extra 600, 700 HP, it really doesn't make a difference. Whereas 2 freeze spells... a rage spell is actually worth more than the Warden's aura. It's a weird thing to think about. Maybe with Lalo, a couple of spells is more valuable, but with Titans, bring those extra spells, you can triple without the Warden. Okay, Syak coming in on another super teaser here. Coming in with the No, wait, what? This was his recall account. Oh my word. Well, that is the ultimate nail in the coffin. If the last attack wasn't the nail in the coffin, then this certainly is. He has switched. He has switched from the recall spell. He's literally, during the stream, removed it from his army comp. I think that says it all. He was doing one account with one with the other, clearly to test which is better. But he knew. He came up with this... What, we're not even that many attacks into the day at this point. And he's changed. So there you go. There you go. I guess this has to be the last attack for the YouTube video then, because we've got our answer. Blizzard Titan Smash. Pretty OP army, firstly, by the way. It is super strong, but you don't need the recall spell for this. Now, let's sit and enjoy this attack, because look, this is a very common base. This is a very, very common base. So let's see how effective this is. This should be the perfect base for this army, though. Because look at it. All the value in the base can be reached from this compartment. The Titans under the Warden ability and the Rage. Look at the healers under Rage. Just being absolutely insane. The Titans have gutted the whole core. We have the King and RC on the right side, and this is crushed. Absolutely crushed. And there you go. Not only is Blizzard Titan extremely strong. Like, this is the best version of the Titans for me. I've seen a few people just do straight up Titan Smash, but this is stronger. Because Blizzard's really strong at the moment, a lot of people at the start of Town Hall 15 are stacking all their DPS together. Because, we're all trolls, right? You want to get as many 1-stars as possible. But the Blizzard kind of negates that, and then you go into a big smash. And if you've got good pathing, like Syak did on this base, then you're going to triple a lot of bases. RC ability goes off, and we have 2 swag spells. And that's the video for you guys there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully, I'll see you soon.